we are going to be adding integers. Okay. Whenever we add integers, um, we're going to be adding positive and negative integers. One thing that I want you to understand is that one positive, I'm going to use this symbol, plus. And when you have a negative one, I'm going to use this symbol, which is the minus sign. Okay. Positive and negative will cancel each other out. And that is because you need to see a visual of how we're gonna be adding integers. That is because you barely learning this, okay? So now, this one, if you don't see the sign, that means that 4 is positive. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write 4 positives. That would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. To this, I'm gonna be adding uh, 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Positive and negative will cancel each other out. So you see all of this, they cancel each other. Okay. So they cancel. And whatever is left outside is gonna be the answer. So the answer should be -2. Okay, I should just change another color to write the equal sign. So the answer then should be -2. Okay. Now, for the next one, we have -3. So I'm gonna write 3 negatives. 1, 2, 3. To this, I'm gonna be adding 2 more negatives. 1 and 2. On this case, nothing cancels. Remember, only a positive and a negative will cancel each other out. Here, nothing cancels. So you just count how many negatives you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer should be -5. Okay. For the next one, I have 2 negatives. So I'm going to write 1 and 2. To this, I'm going to be adding 5 positives. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, remember, positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So you see this? This is going to cancel. And whatever is left over will be the answer. So in this case, the answer should be 1, 2, 3. That should be +3. Because it's positive, I'm not going to write the plus sign. Okay, whenever you don't see the sign, it means that the number is going to be positive. Okay, the next one. Now I have +5. I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And to this, I'm going to be adding 2 negatives. 1 and 1 and 2. Hold on. 2 negatives. So that should be 1 and 2. And one more time, positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So you see that? This is going to be 0. And the answer is going to be 1, 2, 3, +3. It's going to be the answer. Okay. For the next one, I have -4. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, and 4. And to this, I'm going to be adding 2 positives, 1 and 2. Now, remember, positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So that is going to be 0. They cancel each other. And then the answer, I'm going to just count whatever is left outside the box, 1 and 2. The answer should be -2. Okay. So the next one. For the next one, I have +3. So I'm gonna write three positives. 1, 2, and 3. And to this, I'm gonna be adding 5 negatives. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So you see, all of this is gonna be canceled. It's gonna be 0 because they cancel each other out. Okay. And that tells me that the answer is whatever is gonna be left outside the box. And just count them. 1 and 2. So the answer should be -2. Okay. Next, I'm gonna be writing how many negatives I have. I have 2 negatives. 1 and 2. And to this, I'm gonna be adding 4 positives. Well, let's write 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now remember, positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So this is gonna turn into 0. And the answer is whatever is gonna be outside the box. So you can see the answer then should be, if we count them, 1 and 2. So then it's gonna be +2 because it's positive. Don't write the sign, okay? So the answer is 2 positive. The next one. Now I have -3, 1, 2, and 3. And to this, I'm gonna be adding 3 negatives. So then I'm gonna write 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And one thing that you have to remember, only positive and negative cancel each other out. On this case, if you have all of them are negative, if you have only negative signs, then nothing cancels. All what you're gonna do is just count how many negatives you have, and that will be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the answer should be then -6. Okay, so let me write -6, and that's the answer. Only when you have a positive and a negative, that's how they cancel. If all of them have the same sign, then nothing cancels. Okay, that's how you get -6. The next one, I have +2, 1, and 2. And to this, I'm gonna be adding 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Positive and negative, they cancel each other out. So you see all of this is gonna be 0. They cancel, right? And the answer is whatever is gonna be outside the box. On this case, should be -2. Okay, that's the answer. And now the last one. So you have -1, -1, and to this you're gonna be adding 3 negatives. 1, 2, and 3. Now, in this case, can you see that nothing cancels? All of them are negative. So what we're gonna do is count how many negatives we have. Okay, so we're gonna start by counting 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the answer should be -4. Okay, so on this case, remember, only positive and negative, they cancel each other out because none of them cancel, right? None of them cancel. Why? Because all of them are negative. Then all what you're gonna do is just count them, and the answer should be, on this case, -4. And that's it. That's the answer. Okay.